Hello there.
Well,
I'm doing great, man. How about you?
oh, I'm okay.
All right, all right. Nice to meet you. By the way, my name is Sebastian. What is your name?
My name is Abdias. I'm talking from São Paulo, Brazil.
Okay, Abdias. Abdias. Is this okay? Abdias? Is that what?
Yeah, Abdias.
All right. Very cool name. That's a cool name, man.
It looks
Yeah.
like it looks like my camera is not working.
No, I see you. I see you.
Yeah. Last time the app looks like my camera isn't working. So when I was to watch the video, I have made a lot of weird faces on the camera
Oh,
because I didn't know that it was working. I can't see me.
were you like picking your teeth or something or what?
No, no, actually I didn't, but I took the screen so close to my face, and sometimes
Oh.
I was smiling, and I was talking to a girl, to a woman.
Hmm.
And Brazilians have the fame that they like to, what's the word? It's,
Like they're
like
very like they flirt. They like to flirt or what?
yeah, like maybe I was charming to flirt with her,
Yeah,
and
yeah, flirt would be the word there. All right,
yeah,
all right. So Abdias, I see you perfectly, by the way. I'm from the United States. I am from Oregon. Have you ever heard about Oregon?
Oregon, Canada.
It's close to
No,
Canada, but basically, maybe you know California.
okay, yeah.
Or,
Actually, I've heard about Oregon,
so
but I
yeah,
was not
basically,
located.
we have California in the West Coast, then we have Oregon, then Washington, and then Canada. So
Okay.
that's the way it goes. And a fun fact: I see that you are wearing a Nike T-shirt. Yeah,
Yeah, Nike.
yeah. So Nike was actually founded in Oregon. Nike was born in Oregon. The founder of Oregon is from Oregon. The founder of Nike is from Oregon, and the headquarters are in Oregon. So something that you can remember Oregon by.
Okay,
All
that's
right.
a cool brand here in Brazil.
Awesome.
If you
Yeah, I
use
love it.
Nike, you have a lot of money.
Oh,
You're a
really?
nice guy. Yes.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the thing is like in Oregon, Nike. Well, it's still expensive, but it's a little bit less expensive because there are a lot of outlets. And in Oregon, the cool thing is that we don't have like a sales tax, right? So like in any other state, you might see the price, but when you're going to pay, you need to pay a little bit more because they don't include the sales tax in the price. But in Oregon, what you see is what you pay. So that's a good thing.
Oh, that's good.
All right. So two
Here,
little
here.
questions. I'm sorry. Sorry. What were you saying?
Okay, okay.
Two quick
Continue.
questions that I had for you, Abdias, before we continue. Number one, if you make a mistake, do you want me to correct you at the moment of the mistake or at the end, or what do you prefer?
As do you prefer. Uh, you can
Okay,
you can stop me and
perfect. Yeah, usually
and
I like to correct like at the moment, so the it's easier for the person to realize when the mistake happened. And I will also write it here in the chat so you can check it out later in the video. Um, Of course, I will not like interrupt you. I will wait until you finish your idea, and then I'll do like a little parentheses, tell you, and then we'll continue. All right. Um,
okay.
Question number two is, what is your motivation for practicing English? What do you want to achieve? What goals do you have?
Actually, I always like to. the idea to speak another language since I was a kid, but I never had a chance to study in a regular school.
Mm-hmm.
So I 3 years ago I had a chance to start studying use internet, YouTube, and start studying on my own.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And
nice.
then I just have the I just have the wish to speak another language. Maybe if I go to another country, I like to speak in English and understand people talking.
You just want to
It's
improve. You just want to improve yourself, and
yeah, just to improve myself. I have no specific need to speak
hmm
in English. I did
awesome.
just since I was a kid.
But that's really cool that you are. Have you heard that expression, self-taught? Right. So like when
So
you learn by yourself,
and
you
you
can
learn
say I'm
by yourself.
self-taught. Hmm
Yes, it is not an unusual expression in the medias where I when I usually watch or hear, but I've heard about it sometime.
Awesome. So yeah, like this is a very common way to say like when you teach yourself or when you don't use like conventional ways of learning, you could say that I am self-taught, right? So good job.
Yeah, I I I actually studied more than years ago in a regular language schools,
Okay. Okay,
but I
good.
studied in a month and 1.5 year,
Oh.
one and a half year, and people don't like a lot of this specific school, and but I guess that I could get some base to start studying by myself, and I passed a long time of my life, not a long time of my life, but since the when I was 15,
hmm
I start I've heard a lot of music in English,
I see that you like music. I
but
see the guitar, so
yeah, I like music a lot, and but I like heavy metal.
oh,
That time I used like heavy metal, but I like the Brazilian bands that play songs in English, and most of parts of the bands of the years of 2000, 2010,
hmm
was band the most of famous band in the world or here in Brazil was an American band.
like the most mainstream, like the one that was very famous at the moment.
Yes, yes, and it was a lot of bands of oh, how's I always remember
You can't
remember
remember the
the
name.
name. I can remember the name of the country now, but almost no one of their Germany
hmm
and uh, but almost no one was
Right.
American bands.
Okay. But that's cool. That's cool. Um, because yeah, with songs, it's like a good way to get interested in the language, and with many, there are many songs that it's easy to learn, but also there are many songs that make it hard because sometimes when people sing, like in English, for example, the pronunciation is a little bit different. So it's tricky sometimes, even for me. Like when somebody is singing, I can't really. There are sometimes that I don't really understand what they're saying or the exact word. So that's a problem sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, and when I start when I start studying at the that regular school, and we did not have some songs to th th, and another letters that sounds different here in Brazil, and I started listening that songs to correct my pronunciation, even if the singer was singing with accent of their country.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So I tried to sing the song like the sounds that I was learning that time.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And that's like kind of like mimicking the sounds. That's a good way to improve pronunciation, definitely. One little thing of Diaz, when we're talking about start in the past, we would need to say I started, right?
Started.
I know many like it's a little bit confusing sometimes because when we say if it's a regular verb and we're gonna say it in the past, we don't really need to pronounce the e, right? Like play, played, walk, walked. But there are two exceptions, and that's when a word ends with a T sound or a D sound. So that's the only exception. When a word ends in a T sound or a D sound, like for example, side or start or all right, that's the only ones that I remember right now off the top of my head. We do need to pronounce the whole thing. So started, sided. All right.
Actually, the what's trapped me is the sound of T. Sometimes the Americans never say the sound
Oh
of
yeah,
T.
started, started. Yeah.
So started, started,
Uh-huh.
started.
Uh-huh.
I,
Uh-huh.
I I have watching um a lot of TV shows on 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 my PC, and I watched it with subtitles.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That that helped me to listen,
Like to improve your
and
listening.
and suddenly I was not reading the some subtitling subtitles
Mm-hmm.
subtitles again, and still understand what happened on the TV shows.
Awesome. Yes, definitely. But yes, like for example, there's like when we just say start, for example, right there, sometimes the T is like disappears. Start, right? It's like there, but very faint.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
sorry.
That's it.
Okay.
You can say.
No, no, that was it. Like, but when we say like started, the T kind of turns into like a D or like an R. Started, started.
Yes,
So that's
yes.
that's like the weird stuff. Mm, Also, I'm interested about your guitars. I can't stop looking at them. Why does one not have a hole? Is that a bass guitar or what?
Yes, it is a flat guitar. Is his string is made by nylon,
Oh,
and it's common to play some popular songs here in Brazil. MPB, popular Brazilian popular music,
okay.
and but it's an acoustic guitar.
Awesome. Yeah, it looks really cool. So,
I have a yeah, music is come. It's a thing that's come from my father. I have another guitar here, and two on the walls, and have another guitar here. I have a keyboard
oh,
that is in my house.
you have like a
I
studio.
have a, uh, it used to be a dream, but I have to give up of this.
Oh, no.
Too
Really?
expensive here. Yeah, too expensive. Maybe I could
Maybe
do
just a
it
hobby
again.
right now.
Yeah, it's just a hobby.
But you've had bands and everything?
I played the band a time ago. Now I just play at the church.
Okay, I see. Oh my, our time is up, Abdias, but I had so many more questions. Great talking to you, man. I hope we can speak again.
Okay,